Way back in November, 33 teams all over the Pacific Northwest began the journey. Countless hours in the gym, day after day in the weight room, 28 regular season games, a regional game followed by a quarterfinal and semifinal wins. Now it's down to the final 2 teams. From that initial group of 33, only 2 teams can win the biggest prize in Northwest Community College men's basketball. Tonight, from Everett, Washington, the Spokane Sasquatch meet the Whatcom Orcas. Men's College Championship Basketball next on STSPN.com. We come to you live from the Walt Price Sports and Fitness Center on the campus of Everett Community College in Everett, Washington. This is game number 11 of the 2016 Northwest Athletic Conference Men's Basketball Championships. Hello, everybody. Tom Lafferty along with Zach Wild and Steve Willits. We go right down to Steve Willits, and we're getting set for some championship basketball. You got a coach.
Thanks, Tom. I'm with Whatcom coach David Dunham. Coach, we talked to you earlier during the women's game. Decided to take your guys home last night up to Bellingham. How did shoot-around go this morning, and how do you feel like they're looking right now?
It was awesome. You know, got an opportunity to get relaxed and kind of get in familiar territory, and I think we're ready to go. I really do. I'm, you know, it's easy to say this now, but I predicted this matchup early on, and so we're excited to see what happens.
I want to ask you for a prediction for the outcome of the game. Well, I think I know who you want to win, but what's the key to the game for you? What do you need to have happen to win this game tonight?
We don't need to change anything that we've done. We need to just continue to make sure we play good defense. We need to make sure we limit their second chance opportunities. And other than that, I like our outcome. If we do it, we do well.
Just feeling really relaxed right now. We'll see how it goes. Back to you.
Thank you very much, Steve Willits, with the head coach of the Whatcom Orcas, David Dunham. Zach Wild, doesn't matter if you're playing Pee Wee basketball in the Boys and Girls Club or you're playing in the NBA or the NC2As, it's March Madness, and you want to play late into the month of March.
You know, like you started to say out, 33 teams, this is the day you want to be on. This is the game you want to be in. Get in trophies, playing the last day of the year that you can as possible. It's the exciting factor of basketball.
And now Steve Willits has made his way over to Jeremy Groff in his 4th year of the Spokane Sasquatch. Go, Steve.
You're right, 4th year. However, he did make it and got a 3rd place 3 years ago. Looking for the championship right now. Coach, what is your team looking like?
We're hungry and we're motivated right now for sure. Our guys are excited to be here, but we're not satisfied yet. We're hungry still with a lot left to prove tonight.
What did you say to them in the locker room? I know obviously it's a big game. It's a championship game. Did you say anything differently to them just to kind of keep their nerves down?
No, just for us, we've been doing the same thing every game. We prepare every game throughout the season like it's a championship. So we treat this nothing different than we have all year long. Just obviously a little more focus, a little more attention, a little more energy. But other than that, we prepare every game like it's the championship. So for us, we got to carry it over, and now we got to go compete at our best effort.
Hey, why change it now? They've made it to the championship. Back to you guys.
They're in the championship indeed. Zach Wild, let's talk about the difference between, you've coached at both the high school level and the college level. Talk about the difference. We see so much high school basketball. What's the difference when you get to people now that are 18, 19, 20 years old?
Yeah, there's definitely the physical change that bodies get to. Some people blossom a little bit later in life, and people say, oh, it's community college. The anticipate, the speed, all that, it goes up even a huge notch just from the high school to the community college level. The attention to details, the amount of players that are just so good in the area and on these teams, it definitely boosts up. You might not think it's Division I basketball, but it's a high-intensity game.
And it's also a difference now. You're playing with people you didn't grow up with.
Right.
You played in high school with kids you went to elementary school with.
Yeah, I think the coaches at the NWAC level don't get as much credit that they should, considering they only had the players for a year or 2 years. And you got a bunch of players that are, the stars of their team coming together, and in one, short couple months, you got to get them playing the best that they can.
We'll have tonight's starting lineups and game action coming up next. Spokane Whatcom for the Men's Community College Championship. We're at the Walt Price Sports and Fitness Center at the campus of Everett Community College. Back with more on stspn.com.
Thank you.
And we're getting set for Community College Men's Championship of Basketball. Today's game is sponsored in part by the Red Lion Hotels, Washington National Guard, Alaska Airlines, by Baden, the official basketball of the NWAC, Snohomish County Sports Commission, Holiday Inn Everett, and by Everett Community College. Again, today's matchup featuring the Spokane Sasquatch at 28-5. That's actually a combination of Spokane Community College and Spokane Falls Community College. So two schools feeding into one team, the Sasquatch and the Whatcom Orcas from Bellingham at 23-9. The winner of this game, the 2015-16 NWAC Men's Champions. Let's take a look at the starting lineups. First for the Spokane Sasquatch, coming in again at 28-5. Jeremy Groth is their head coach in his fourth year. They will start Cage Sabata out of Clarkston High School, a 6'2 sophomore, 6.8 points per ball game. Jake Love out of West Valley High School in Spokane, a 6'3 sophomore, averaging 17.4 points per ball game. Jacob DeVries out of Richland High School in Richland, Washington, 15 points a game, a 6'1 sophomore. Race Martin from Pullman High School in Pullman, Washington, a 6'5 sophomore at 13.8 points per ball game. And Brady Bergman, another West Valley of Spokane product, a 6'6 sophomore in the middle. So it'll be Bergman, Martin, DeVries, Love, and Sabota for the Spokane Sasquatch. For the Whatcom Orcas, David Dunham in his third year at the helm of the Orcas in Bellingham. Leif Anderson out of Seaholm High School in Bellingham at 8.8 points per ball game on the starting lineup. He's a 6'1 freshman. Dion Thomas out of Kent Ridge High School in Kent, a 5'8 freshman at 7.5 points per game. Matthew Seymour from Thunder Mountain High School in Juneau, Alaska, 6'3 sophomore, 11.5 points per ball game. From Bellingham, Logan Schilder, he's a 7-footer, freshman, again out of Bellingham High School in Bellingham, Washington. And Isaac Reimer from Linden Christian High School in Linden, 9.1 points per ball game. He's a 6'7 sophomore. So Anderson, Thomas, Seymour, Schilder, and Reimer in the starting lineup for David Dunham's Whatcom Orcas. And Zach Wild, when you got a 7-footer, you got a 7-footer. And I always have said it for years, at the end of the game, he's still 7 feet tall.
Exactly. That's the one thing as a coach. You can't teach height, and when you have it, use it.
And let's talk about the probably going to be the difference. I'm guessing you've seen these teams somewhat when you've played, when the women's team plays, you play afterwards. What do you like if you're the Whatcom Orcas fans? What are they going to look for tonight?
They have a complete whole game. You know, they have really solid inside players where they can get the ball inside, they can finish, and they have some really quick guards that, you know, distribute the ball and shoot the ball well. So, you know, from them, it's a good standpoint. You know, they have a lot of weapons.
And how about for the Spokane Sasquatch, coming from two schools really over there, but what are they going to bring to the table tonight?
You know, they have a lot of efficiency stuff that they do. You know, they shoot the ball well, they shoot free throws, 3 points, they rebound. You know, they have an all-around game, and they play a very, very good team style of basketball. Spokane
coming in, they beat South Puget Sound 90-74 in the regionals. They beat Chemeketa 94-74 in the Elite Eight the other night here in Everett. Last night in the semifinals, 77-66 win over Big Bend. So Race Martin was the leading scorer last night. He had 31 points against Big Bend. So he's the player to watch for the Spokane Sasquatch. For the Whatcom Orcas, 79-58 over Clackamas in the regional final. And then in the Elite Eight the other night, Whatcom beat Columbia Basin 64-74. And then last night in the semis, they pretty much boat raced Clark out of the gym, 74-58. Leif Anderson, 18. Matthew Seymour, 18. Logan Schilder, 10 points, 17 rebounds last night.
That's a load. That's a lot of rebounds.
The officials, as the ball is set to go up, Darren Drake, Reese King, Jim Appleby, and we are underway in the men's NWAC Community College Championships. And it's going to be controlled by the Sasquatch. Wearing white, moving to our left from Spokane. The Sasquatch out to the top of the key. That's Jacob DeVries over to the left-hand side. That's a three. Bang, down it goes. A three for Dalton Patchen in the lineup, different than what was on the board. So Patchen will be the first bucket in the game out of Colton, Washington. So on the attack now is Whatcom, their first chance with the basketball. They'll move it left side. Matthew Seymour now down low to Isaac Reimer. Reimer finds Schilder, and he's there for the soft lay-in, the 7-footer in for the first bucket of the ball game for the Whatcom Orcas, and it's a 1-point lead for Spokane. Dribbling in, back out. 3 ball, good. Down it goes. Boy, you see, it's when you see the big, huge guys that are out there just softly folding up 3 balls that always gets me, too.
You know, it's just like the game before us, and a lot of threes already.
Here is a Whatcom with it. That's Dion Thomas out of Kent Ridge High School. Tries to pass across the court and quick hands, and it's going to be grabbed by Spokane. Quickly down the floor, lay-in good, count the basket, and one for Jake Love. Jake Love, first team NWAC East, the 17th leading scorer in the league, and he'll go to the free throw line trying to complete the 3-point play. It's a 6-point lead for Spokane right now at 8-2. And Jake Love out of West Valley Spokane goes to the free throw line. The foul was called on Matthew Seymour, his first personal first-team foul. Free throw is good, and the lead is already out to 7 points for Spokane here early on. And here comes Whatcom. They're kind of thinking like, what just hit us? We're not even 2 minutes into this ball game, and we're down by 7 points. Thomas over to the right side goes to Seymour. Back to Thomas again, kind of directing traffic, looking for a screen. Not much of a screen. They're going to dump it down for the alley-oop that won't go. Schilder misses the alley-oop on the slam dunk, and they were setting that up, and it wouldn't go. Quickly down the floor, here comes Spokane. Moving it down low, and then they kick it back out top to Cage Sabota. They'll set up the half-court offense. 18 to shoot. Left side, Jake Love. Love dribbles in to trouble. Back out it goes. Jacob DeVries with it. Dribbles to the baseline, goes in, lays it up, and goes around the defense and lays it in. Jacob DeVries with the bucket. It's an 11-2 lead. Up by 9 points are the Spokane Sasquatch.
Yeah, Spokane's out to a hot start, and, Watkins missed a couple of shots and had a couple turnovers.
See what happens here with Watkin with the basketball. Deion Thomas now out for a three-pointer that will not go for Matthew Seymour. And Spokane quickly, they like to run the floor, up they come. That's a Dalton Patchen in the corner. And then they swing it back out to the top, and then losing the basketball and just leaving it there was Race Martin. And so Watkins says, we'll take it. We'll take the gift. We're down by 9 points. Thomas, cross court, left side, Leif Anderson elevates, fires, three, down it goes for Leif Anderson out of Seaholm High School in Bellingham.
That'll get you back in the game quick.
Up the floor, Spokane. Cage Sabota. Sabota goes to Patchen. Now right side it goes. Looking to penetrate to the baseline is DeVries. Loses his balance, kicks the ball out instead, and a three won't go for Race Martin. Rebound controlled by the shortest guy on the floor, and that's Deion Thomas, and he brings it up for Watcom. Down by 6, 11-5, 16:40 to play first half. The men's NWAC championship. Going in, losing the ball was Deion Thomas. Reimer found it for him and gives it back to him. 13 to shoot now. He'll elevate, fire the three, and down it will go. Deion Thomas with the three-point bucket, and that's suddenly what was a 9-point lead is an 8-point lead for Spokane. Or excuse me, it's a 3-point lead. Oh, make it 6, though. That three will go down. Jacob DeVries kind of shakes his fist. Everybody likes their little celebration after the three ball goes down. Thank you, Steph Curry.
Yeah, everyone's got it now.
The shimmy. Here, how about a shimmy here for Deion Thomas? No shimmy there. He missed it. The shimmy is only good if you make the shot.
Yeah, does not look as good when you miss.
Here's a shot. Pull-up jumper. Bang! Cage Sabota buries it. That was an NBA three anyway. It's back out to a 9-point lead, 17-8. Isn't that just that quick? Spokane is 4 for 5 from beyond the arc. They leave it 17-8. Cross-court pass, Leif Anderson. He likes it out there to shoot. Won't. Closed off there. In the corner, turnaround jumper. That's a three. Rims off, won't go. Back up by Schilder. And he's going to go to the free throw line. The miss in the corner for Watcom was by Matthew Seymour. Then Schilder grabbed the rebound. Couldn't put it in, so he'll have to earn 2 at the stripe. The foul is called on Race Martin out of Pullman Greyhound, out of Pullman High School. Picks up his first personal foul, first team foul, first free throw. Won't go. Kind of a line change. 3 new players check in now for the Watcom Orcas. They go at such a pace, you probably have to sub them in fairly frequently.
Yeah, if you're going to go up that pace, and also being the third day of a tournament, or second day of a tournament in a row, getting those players in there.
Here's the next free throw. Missed them both by Schilder, and Patchen grabs the rebound for Spokane. Spokane leads at 17-8. That is now Levi Taylor goes in. He misses the lay-in. Who's got the basketball? It's kind of down between the legs of Reimer. And who has it? They're going to say jump ball is going to be the call. So a simultaneous possession, and the possession arrow favors the Watcom Orcas. Down by 9, 17-8, 15:05 to play. They very quickly played first half of action here. Back to halves in men's basketball at the 15-minute mark. Deion Thomas deep in the corner. It goes. That's Seymour. Matthew Seymour dumps it to Logan Schilder. Back out for Thomas for a three, and down it will go. 3 for Matthew Seymour on the assist from Logan Schilder, so the 7-footer gets an assist. They'll answer on the other end with a 3, and that goes down for Jacob DeVries out of Richland. 14:35 to play in the first half. It's a 20-11 9-point lead for Spokane. The Sasquatch, called a Bigfoot basketball. And they're putting down their Bigfoot. They've scored 20. We're not at the first media timeout. Dribble drive in. Deion Thomas puts it up. Rattles, and it goes in. Deion Thomas with the bucket as he took it to the rack. 20-13. Now Spokane with it. Garrett Hull out of Ellensburg. Now A.J. Knutson from Central Valley. It says Spokane, but it's really Central Valley's in Veradale. Left wing, Garrett Hull. Closed off there, back out wide open. You cannot leave somebody that good, that wide open.
No, you got to stick with him the whole time. You might give up the help to make sure you're on him the whole time.
He buries that one. It's out to a 10-point lead. Spokane out to their biggest lead of the game. They've scored 23 points, and we've almost not had any whistles in this game. Reimer, top of the key. Anderson was going to pass in the corner. The guy he was going to pass to left. Here's Reimer, triple teamed and lays it up and in. Used that big body and then just split the defense. They all converge on him. He couldn't help it. 23-15, so Watcom with some offense there. They need all they can get. Here's a turnaround three-point jumper that won't go. That's a miss by Jacob DeVries, and it's Deion Thomas out of backcourt. He directs traffic. That's Anderson. Looking down low. Changes direction. Now he'll hand it off. Seymour over to Thomas. Little jitterbug step in the corner. That's Seymour. That's open. That's Rattles deep in the well and comes out. Hoot's got it. The 7-footer has it stripped away from him. Taken up the floor. Here comes Garrett Hull. Goes in. Step through move. Laying up. No good. Follow up for a two-handed slam dunk is Dalton Patchen. Timeout called by Watcom, and we step aside with 12 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the first half of action. Our score, Spokane 25, Watcom 15. You're watching the 2016 NWAC Community College Men's Basketball Championship on STSPN.com. Well, Zach Wild watching this ballgame's got pace. This thing's running out to a big 25-15 lead for Spokane over Watcom.
Yeah, it's exciting to watch, getting up and down the court for Spokane and getting that follow dunk right there, gets everyone pretty excited about the play of the game.
Here is Deion Thomas and Leif Anderson. Anderson with it, looking for Schilder. Lost it, but there's Thomas and goes in, got a double pump and it won't go. The dipsy-do misses. Ball goes out of bounds, but they say it was last touched by Spokane's Race Martin. I think earlier I had said that Race Martin had 31. It was Levi Taylor changed his uniform last night because of blood on it, but he had 31 points. Up fake by Matthew Seymour. Foul called. A.J. Knutson out of Central Valley picks up the foul. His first personal foul and the second team foul on Spokane. Baseline out of bounds for the Orcas. Thomas finds Anderson. Now to Reimer. Reimer up between the circles. Watcom in their black traveling uniforms, black numbers, white trim, but they're actually readable. Actually, there's a little green in there too. As that's Reimer backing his way down. He just likes to use that body, and then he just put it up, and then Logan Schilder put it up and in. And Logan Schilder with the bucket at the 12-minute mark to play in the first half. Spokane leading at 25-17. Now Spokane with the basketball in the home white uniforms. with blue and gold, and that's a reverse lay-in. Levi Taylor, Lewis and Clark High School in Spokane, and lays it up with a reverse lay-in and makes it a 10-point lead again. Spokane 27, Whatcom 17. Thomas Reimer starts the dribble, meets a defender who turns away from him. So Anderson goes, and there's a tip-up. Well, you give a half a bucket to Anderson and the other half to Schilder, who tipped it in.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a pass or he just stole it from him.
I know, he stole it from his own guy and gets the bucket. So here is the Sasquatch. Yeah, hey, you took it away from me. You sunk my battleship. Here's a shot. Well, no good for Levi Taylor. No, here comes the Whatcom Orcas. Deion Thomas, I'm not sure what that was. More of a shot put or a...
Yeah, he didn't know what he was doing when he got his feet up in the air. That's why, as a coach, don't leave your feet.
Unless you know what you're doing when you get there.
Yes.
I don't care if you go up, but if you come back down...
Have a plan, please.
So here we go. The Sasquatch with the basketball, leading it by 8 points, 27-19. 3 on the way, rattles off, won't go. A.J. Knutson with the miss for Spokane. Whatcom with the basketball. Deion Thomas brings it up. See if he has a better plan on this possession. To the baseline, closed off there. Nope, I'm going back the other way. Gets out the GPS and finds a map out to the top of the key. Leif Anderson with it. I don't think Spokane has not subbed in yet, have they? Here's a shot. Actually, it was never a shot. It was a steal, and it's going to be taken. Levi Taylor goes in, power move. Here's a suggestion. If Levi Taylor's coming at you down the lane, get out of the way.
Yes.
He looks like a linebacker.
Yeah, I don't want to get in his way.
No. And so it'll be Levi Taylor will be on the free throw line. Thomas picks up the foul, his first personal foul, second team foul. Taylor, first free throw is good. 71% at the line. First team NWAC East Division, the 12th leading scorer in the league. 6'2" freshman out of Lewis and Clark High School in Spokane. 18.2 points per ball game. 31 last night. Puts in a free throw here. And he will be rewarded with 2 free throws by heading to the bench and giving the Spokane team a 29-19 lead. Whatcom's gone with the same 5 so far. Left side is Seymour to Thomas. Anderson elevates for a 3, won't go. And the offside rebound is going to be grabbed down by Jacob DeVries. Here comes Spokane, the running Sasquatch with the big foot. Here's in the corner, 3 on the way, won't go. Missed by Cage Sabota. And the rebound's going to be grabbed down by the big guy. Logan Schilder gets it. Deion Thomas coming out of backcourt looks back to his coach, David Dunham. What do you want, coach? He says, I want 10 more points. Cross court, Seymour looked at the 3, thought better of it because DeVries was right in his grill, so he dumps it down to Reimer, and he will put it up in it. Balancing act on the rim. It'll be an and one coming up here for Isaac Reimer out of Linden Christian. And he'll be at the free throw line. And we will take a break with 9 minutes and 30 seconds to play here in the first half of action. It's Spokane 29, Whatcom 21. You're watching the 2016 NWAC Community College Men's Basketball Championship on STSPN.com.
As certified jumpers, divers, and survival experts, Special Forces are dropped behind enemy lines to train foreign fighters, carry out covert missions, or prevent future conflicts. These soldiers live for the challenge, highly trained and highly intelligent. Special Forces soldiers are the best of the best.
For the game.
We welcome you back. Let's go downstairs to Steve Willits. You're all by yourself.
All by myself for now, but we're going to make our way over to the Subway Lounge.
Let me guess, it's not the first time you've been all by yourself.
Indeed it's not. That's another story entirely, but it's for another broadcast. Anyway, we've been hanging out here off and on throughout the tournament here at the Walt Price Fitness Center. We've been having contests where people enter their names into a drawing. If they win, they get the best seat in the house, which is a couch sponsored by Subway. We've got Marie, Michaela, and Angie, all from Whatcom, all enjoying the seat so far. What do you think of the plush couch?
It's really nice. Way better than the bleachers.
Better than some of the seats over there on the bench. And you guys are from Whatcom. Your team's struggling a little bit. Can the guys get back into this game?
Oh, yeah, they got it.
So they're feeling fairly confident. We got to ask Angie, too. Angie, do we have a prediction? Is Whatcom going to win this game?
I think if they put Jordan Johnson in, we'll have a good game.
I think we know who her favorite player is. Back to you guys.
I think so. In fact, we were just speculating why Jordan Johnson hasn't played in the tournament. He's been injured, so is not out there. Whatcom is down by 7 points, 29-22. Here's a shot on the way by Patchen. It goes down. That's Dalton Patchen out of Colton, Washington. Averages 13.1 points per ball game. The 12th leading rebounder, and he puts that one down and makes it 31-22, a 9-point lead. Leif Anderson in the corner to Seymour. Back to the basket, Schilder, back out to Seymour, back to Schilder again. Backing in, turns, faces, too hard, no good. DeVries with a rebound for Spokane. Outlets it up the floor, and here they come. To the top to Jake Love. Goes in, put up a shot, short, almost looked like it was going to go back up and in. Tipped up, but it's going to be controlled here by this Whatcom Orcas. Thomas to Seymour to Anderson. Anderson near side. Finally a sub in. Casey Leak out of Mount Vernon is there. Reimer's on the bench. That's Thomas in the corner. Seymour elevates, three, and down it goes for Whatcom. So that's 6-point lead now for Spokane at 31-25. Sabota to DeVries. Now that's Garrett Hull. Bounces it out to Sabota again. Back to Hull. He will shoot and he will put it down. Boy, barely even rifled the net as it went through so cleanly, like a surgeon's knife, and down it goes. And it's 34-25, a 9-point lead. Now in the black uniforms, moving to our right, that's Whatcom out of Bellingham. To Seymour, Matthew Seymour to Thomas, 11 to shoot now. To Anderson, he will, and it will go down. It'll be a three-pointer up and in for Leif Anderson, and it's 34-28, a 6-point lead for Spokane. Will they answer? Dalton Patchen kind of got hit as he received the basketball. No call. They're letting him play here in this men's NWAC championship. In the corner, that's DeVries, dribbles in through trouble, puts it up. He goes down. Schilder's out there by the concession stand, and here comes Whatcom, a 4-on-4. Now everybody will join the party now. You don't often see the 7-footers on the ground laying out by the exit door.
No, not very often. He got up pretty quick, too, for a 7-footer.
Yeah. They work the perimeter nicely. Leif Anderson to the baseline, puts it up, floats it up, and puts it in. So what was a 10-point lead is a 4-point lead now for Spokane at 34-30. 6:35 to play here in the first half. Directing traffic right side, Sabota. Kind of faked for a three, but DeVries will take the three. That won't go. Schilder says, I'm 7 feet tall and I'm getting the rebound. And he does, and here comes Thomas. A 4-point lead for Spokane. 3-ball cuts it to 1. There's Thomas. There won't be a 3-ball. This is going to be a power move to the rack and a lay-in up and good by Mount Vernon's Casey Leak. And it's a 2-point game, 34-32. So Whatcom has clawed just about all the way back from a big deficit early on. They'll answer on the other end, and settling through with the three is Cage Sabota. Found nobody to pass to. He says, I'll just put it up towards the hoop, and he put it in. Back to a 5-point lead, 37-32. Thomas for Whatcom out of Kent Ridge High School. Here's another move there as Leak goes in, was going to try to feed it to Schilder, and the alley-oop won't go as Schilder grabbed the rim, but he will go to the free throw line with a couple of free throws. Logan Schilder out of Bellingham High School. Second team NWAC North, all defensive team. And Logan is at the line. We're getting the haven't gotten the indication. The foul is going to be whistled on Spokane's Jake Love. The 6'3 sophomore picks up his first personal foul, 4th team foul, first free throw. No good. I think he's missed them all so far. 0 for 3 thus far. Spokane will sub in. 3 in, 3 out. Levi Taylor comes back in. Also A.J. Knutson. Almost like a hockey team. He has lines. Different lines play.
Yeah, they have about 3 for Spokane and 1 for Whatcom that they're subbing in.
Yeah. Schilder goes to the bench. So they'll go with the shorter lineup, and that moves Reimer into the middle for the Orcas. Spokane with the basketball, leading at 37-33. Losing the handle on it was Sabota. Thomas almost got a steal there. 12 to shoot. Taylor has it. He'll dribble in and then kick it back out for Patchen, who shoots. It won't go. And at the 5:10 mark to play in the first half, it's a 4-point lead for Spokane, 37-33. And here come the Whatcom Orcas. Thomas, between the legs dribble, kicks it over left-hand side. Seymour, he gets double-teamed pretty much as they work the perimeter. Now Thomas stops, pops, and it will not go. Reimer had it, but couldn't really hold on to it. Then they say it was knocked out of bounds by Dalton Patchen. And we're going to have a timeout called, and we'll step aside with 4 minutes and 46 seconds to play in the first half. It's the Sasquatch 37, the Orcas 33. You're watching the 2016 NWAC Community College Men's Basketball Championship on STSPN.com.
My counselor, she helped me plan out an entire educational plan, actually showed me more classes that I could take here at CBC to save me money instead of taking them at a larger university. Here with high school students too, so you're not only getting part of that high school experience, but you're going further and beyond that and getting a college experience, which is really cool and fun, and you're going to expand your horizons.
Let's go down. Let's go down. I think I'm embarrassed. I don't even want to do it, but I'm going to send it down to Steve Willits.
Yeah, after talking to Angie a little bit further, we found out that Jordan Johnson is in fact her boyfriend. And rather than talk to a trainer about a player injury, why not come right to the source? So Angie, what is Jordan's injury?
He has a high ankle sprain, but currently he's doing a lot better. So we're just ready for him to get back in the game.
You said he's missed a couple of games now, correct?
Yes, he's missed about 3. Yeah.
So what is the prognosis? Do you think that he might be able to play today? I mean, has he talked to the coach, to the trainers? What's going on?
I think, yes, he has talked to the coach. We are definitely hoping he's going to play, but it's up to Dunham. It's up to the coach. So if he thinks they really need Jordan, he'll definitely put him in. But I think he's holding him back just because of his injury. Doesn't want him to mess it up even more. But, yeah, we're hoping that he's going in. So.
Talk about coaching from the couch, right? She wants Denham to put Jordan Johnson in. She thinks he's ready to go.
Is she an officially licensed spokesperson for the Whatcom Community College?
She's the girlfriend of the player that's injured. I
Good.
think that's close enough, right?
That's good enough for me. Yeah, you get busy. Clean something down there. So here we go. The Spokane with the basketball. Levi Taylor closed at the baseline. He traveled with the basketball. Commits the turnover. It goes right back over to the Whatcom Orcas. And meanwhile, Zach Wild, Whatcom's only down by 4 points in this ballgame.
Yeah, they've weathered the storm of the 3-point game. And, with just hanging around, not over, getting too excited about it and coming back and just doing your thing. Like their coach said before the game, just play their game.
It's Deion Thomas on the dribble, 14 to shoot. Still on the dribble. He's double-teamed as the ball stripped away. They'll take the steal out of backcourt. Sabota, and then he lost the handle. But, last touched by a Whatcom Orca. So it will still be the Sasquatch basketball in their front court with 27 to shoot, 4:07 to play here in the first half. 37-33, Spokane with a lead over Whatcom. In the corner, 3, down it goes. A.J. Knutson buries it. Knutson out of Central Valley High School puts it down, and we're under 4 minutes to play in the first half. 9 threes for the Spokane Sasquatch. Overplay on the defense. They're going to get Levi Taylor as running over for the basketball, and I think that Leif Anderson got there faster than he thought he was going to because he got pushed from behind by Taylor. Taylor's discussing it with the official. He said, yeah, I probably did. On the inbounds. I may be paraphrasing there. Leif Anderson. Now to Reimer. We're going to have a foul called away from the basketball. Reimer got it top of the key, and then the official near side just kind of pointed into the middle and said, yeah, it's on that guy right there. And that guy right there happens to be Race Martin, his second personal foul and the 6th team foul. No free throws. It'll be Orca's basketball baseline, down by 7. Thomas between the circles. He gets double teamed about every time as they really collapse out on the man with the ball. Down to 18 to shoot. Down, and they're going to call a travel on Isaac Reimer. Reimer commits the traveling violation. It's a 7-point lead for Spokane. Whatcom turns it over to the Sasquatch. And with 3:23 to play in the first half, Spokane with the basketball. Moving to our left in the white uniforms. Taylor elevates for a 3, and it goes. Levi Taylor buries the 3, and it's back out to a 10-point lead. So they pulled close. They pulled it within 4. Couldn't make it any closer. Now dribbling in is Thomas. Closed off there. And now here's a strip. It's going to be taken away from Leak and up the floor. Here comes Garrett Hull. Feeds it to Taylor. Back to Hull again. Elevates for a 3. Rattles off. Won't go. And they're going to say a foul called on the deck, and it's going to be on Leak. You know, he pushed off trying to get the rebound.
I didn't think they were going to call it, but it looked like he pushed him pretty good.
He kind of got there faster, too, and you can if you kind of use another guy, a guy from the other team as a catapult. So looking on the inbounds here. As they work at left corner, that's a 3. Yes, A.J. Knudsen puts the 3 down, and it was down to 3 points, and now it's out to 13-point lead for Spokane. 2.5 to play in the first half. Long cross-court pass over the corner. Quinn Doherty is in the ball game now for Whatcom. Reimer with it, backing down against Patchen, still putting it in. Now the sky hook won't go, and the rebound grabbed by Garrett Hull. Spokane will bring it out of backcourt. They could open up their biggest lead of the game. It's 13 right now. Patchen goes down. He may have been partially injured. I'm not sure if he got pushed or just tripped. Taylor with the 3 ball makes it a 16-point lead and a timeout on the floor with 2:06 to play in the first half of action. It's Spokane 49, Whatcom 33. The 2016 NWAC Community College Men's Basketball Championship on STSPN.com.
To play with heart.
Got it.
Pass the ball.
Welcome back, and they're going to the monitor to take a look at our telecast. I think, Zach Wild, you thought maybe there was some funny business there.
Yeah, it looked to me like he got hit in the head, and he went down pretty hard, and he went over to the ref and asked him to go take a look at it.
So if we get Steve Willits off of the couch, I think he's off the couch, actually. Are you off the couch?
I'm standing by the monitor down here.
Okay. They weren't there very long.
They weren't, and I'm not even sure they completely saw what they were looking for, to be honest. Somebody came running over, one of the NWAC officials, and might have given them the information they needed. But, yeah, they're still trying to watch it even over here as we speak, but I think they're ready to go at this point.
Yeah, the alternate official is the man that sits in front of the monitor, and they're still looking at things. But on we will play, and it will be a Whatcom basketball. And they check in Connor Kelly for the first time in the game out of Eisenhower High School in Yakima. Now to Schilder, who's back in the ball game. The ball knocked away from him. And Schilder's kind of looking at the official and says, we weren't playing patty cake here. Those guys were fouling me. And the official says, patty cake, Baker's man. Inbound the basketball. They've got it. Inbounds. Matthew Seymour in the corner. He's nobody to pass to, so he'll shoot. He misses it. He tries to get his own rebound, slips and falls, and the ball's going to be picked up, and now a foul is going to be called. If Matthew Seymour didn't have bad luck, he'd have no luck at all, and then he kind of gets up, and he's a little gimpy coming out into the front court. In fact, he's going to go to the bench, and Leif Anderson checks back in. And so here we go. Inbounds now for Sasquatch. 14, that is Garrett Hull, who comes across the timeline. Minute 36 to play in the first half. 20 to shoot now. Levi Taylor will just elevate and puts it in. He just feels the urge, and then he just elevates, and down it goes. They are 13 for 21, Spokane is, from beyond the arc. 52-33. They've opened up a 19-point lead. When did that happen? It was close a little while ago. Going in, laying up, won't go. Well, that's what happens, and Schilder finally will follow up and put it in off the miss by Connor Kelly. Logan Schilder puts it in, and we're at 1 minute to play.
And that 16-2 run, it looks like.
Yeah, that was big for Spokane. They're going to have a sizable lead heading into the locker room. Won't be bigger now off that shot, but that's a nice rebound. Nice rebound there for Garrett Hull, and then he just fed it over to Race Martin for the bucket. 54-35, back to a 19-point lead. 40 seconds to play in the first half. Boy, Thomas got just absolutely hammered as he went to the baseline. No call, got the pass off to Anderson. He spins a couple times, rims one out, won't go. Back up, Schilder lays it up and in. He's going to have to play like a 7-footer in the second half.
Yeah, he's going to have to just keep going at it. Oh, steal.
It's steal by Thomas. Waits for his teammates to rejoin him in front court. May play for one shot. 15 seconds to play in the first half. Thomas says clear out. Down to 10, down to 9 seconds to go. Still on the dribble. Down to 5, down to 4. Pull-up jumper from 15 feet, and it goes. Down to 1 and 0, and that will be that end of the first half. And our score, the Spokane, the Sasquatch 54, the Whatcom Orcas 39. And we'll go down to Steve Willits on the sideline here in just a moment. We'll get a word. Go ahead.
All right, thanks. With Jeremy Groth right now, 13 threes in the first half, the leading scorer in the whole entire league. There's a reason for that, and 54 points in the first.
We're getting good looks. Our guys are playing really hard on both ends of the offensive end, but no secret to our success. When we get stops, the defensive end, it leads to good things in the offensive end. Even their threes, it's because we're getting them in transition a lot of times. They're not getting back. We're trying to get the game up and down a little bit, but it all starts with us getting stops on the defensive end.
All right, good luck to you in the second half, Jeremy.
Okay, thanks very much, Steve. And we are going to take a break, and we will come back. We're at halftime with Spokane leading Whatcom 54-39. Thanks for being with us. You're watching the 2016 NWAC Community College Men's Basketball Championship on STSPN.com.
It's all around us. It's the ground upon which we stand. The well-worn paths, and the ones that haven't been forged. It's our history, and our what lies ahead. It's ours to nurture and to protect. We're a force for community and for country. We have the skills to define our future and our nation's future. To make a stand. For our way of life. And we will so promise back into the land of the free.
And we welcome you back to the Walt Price Sports and Fitness Center, the Men's Basketball Championship, right now in favor of Spokane, 54-39 at halftime. Let's go down to Steve Willits with a special guest.
Yeah, our final game of the tournament, a 4-day tournament, and we're with Larry Walker. He is the head men's basketball coach here at Everett, also the athletic director. 31 years as head coach. Time flies, right, Larry?
Yeah, it has. It's been all good.
Now, you've never seen anything quite like this. Ever since the Walt Price Center opened up, more and more events coming in here all the time, and now we're hosting the NWAC. What has this 4-day period been like for you so far?
I think it's just incredible that had the opportunity to do this. We've been in the Tri-Cities for 15 years. Back in the day, we used to have it in the community college gyms. I'm really excited about them doing it again.
I know you were very instrumental in getting the fitness center built here. Talk to us a little bit about, I asked this question to Tammy Dunn earlier as well, when you first started planning for this center, when you first recognized the fact that you were going to have one of the state-of-the-art buildings, were you anticipating possibly hosting an NWAC title or something along those lines?
Oh, yeah. And I was thinking we might even be able to get a state tournament. We have gotten the regionals. Last week we had just over 2,000 people for a game between Kentwood and Cascade High School. So it's been great.
And so 2 more years after this, we're looking forward to it, and it's just going to get bigger and better, correct?
Yeah, for sure. I just got to see what we need to do different, and it's just been awesome, all positive.
Okay, and one last question. One of your women's basketball coaches, Zach Wild, doing color commentary. Do you think if this coaching thing doesn't work out for him, can we maybe get him up in the booth a little more?
No, he does a great job coaching. I think he has a love for it. You can see it the way he does things. I think he'll be a very good coach.
Well, you've got a lot of great staff here, Zach Wild included, and many other folks, and they've done a fine job over the 4 days. Larry Walker, thank you for everything you're doing here. Best of luck in the future, and we look forward to doing this 2 more years after this.
All right, thank you very much.
Back to you guys.
Thank you very much. Steve Willits with Larry Walker. He's kind of your boss, isn't he?
Yeah, I can't
and he
say
said something nice about you?
Yeah, hey, I need to write that down or get a copy of this so I can show it to him later.
Quick, goes on the resume. We're at halftime, the men's championship. Spokane leading Whatcom 54-39. We'll come back, take a look at the stats, and get ready for the second half action. You're watching the Men's Community College Basketball Championship game on STSPN.com.
It's all around us. It's the ground upon which we stand. The well-worn paths, and the ones that haven't been forged. It's our history, and our what lies ahead. It's ours to nurture and to protect. We're a force for community and for country. We have the skills to define our future and our nation's future. To make a stand. For our way of life. And we will so promise back into the land of the free. Individually, we're trailblazers. Pioneers, preservationists. United, we are the keepers of the dream. And we are on guard.
Halftime score here at the Walt Price Sports and Fitness Center on the campus of Everett Community College. It's Spokane 54, Whatcom 39. We're going to see if we can get a word with the Whatcom coach here, David Dunham, as they come out on the floor. The players are out there. The coaches haven't emerged from the access way there yet. And Zach Wild, you have a look at the stat sheet. What's jumping off the page at you?
13 for 22 from the three-point line. Something about going to that basket in the first half for the last two games where people are hitting a lot of threes. Whatcom, shot almost as many shots as Spokane, but they've only made 5 threes.
What's the rebound total? Much of a difference?
It's pretty even. 16 for Whatcom and 13 for Spokane. There's not a lot of missed shots.
And the other one that I always like to know is points off turnovers. We're going to go, but let's go down to, while he's figuring that out, we'll go down to Steve.
All right, we're with Coach Dunham right now. Coach, a lot of the stats on the stat sheet fairly even. The one that's not, the three-pointers, 13 of them in the first half for Spokane.
Wow. They shot 59% from the three, 59% from the field. We shot 54% from the field and 45% from the three. Any other night, that's real good. So we just got to get out on them and make them change their shots a little bit. We'll see if we can make some things happen in the second half.
Schilder had a really nice first half, almost a double-double. Do you change anything with what you're doing on offense?
Nope. We'll just maybe be a little bit more effective.
There we go. Easy enough. Back to you guys.
There you go. Thank you very much, Steve Willich, with David Dunham, head coach of the Whatcom Orcas. But how do you make another team affect their shot? Is it just tighter defense or what?
Yeah, it's getting out there on the shooters and make them shoot 2-pointers and just take your luck with it. You make them have to shoot the 2-point shots. They're shooting so well everywhere that you're going to have to take one or the other away, or take some fouls maybe and put them on the free throw line just to stop the bleeding from the 3-point line.
We'll take a break and come back with the second half of action. Spokane 54, Whatcom 39. The 2016 NWAC Community College Men's Basketball Championship on STSPN.com.
The Guard has over 50,000 wheeled vehicles in action. The vast fleet of Humvees, troop transports, and fuel tank trucks are always moving soldiers, gear, and equipment around the world, or delivering aid to civilians during domestic emergencies. Transport operators are essential in getting the Guard to where it needs to be.
Always improving with Chief Football Officer Russell Wilson.
Good, high knees, knee up, toe up, knee up. Come on, Silver Fox. I like it. I see the hustle. I see the hustle for the baby. Name that route.
Albuquerque, New Orleans, Atlanta, Cancun.
Faster, faster, faster. Lost teddy bear. Open guy. Hit him. Oh. Let's make those hungry customers full customers. Why not, huh? I like it. Let's go. It's not even 7 a.m. yet.
Alaska Airlines.
No time to sleep.
We welcome you back to the Walt Price Sports and Fitness Center. Let's get another word from Steve. You said were we getting compliments down there? Is that what you're hearing?
Yeah, Jim Appleby, one of the referees who's right by the scores table, he came over to us and said, he's laughing now. He knows we're talking about him. Said, hey, we're getting reports you guys are doing a good job. So Jim Appleby, he's also doing a good job, and we'll see how these refs do with the last 20 minutes of the game.
And now here's Zach Wild to say something nice about the officials.
I love our officials. They do a great job for us.
You can put down the card now that you were handed. So here we go, second half of action. The Whatcom Orcas have a pretty big hill to climb. They pulled to within 4 points, and then you figured it was an 18, what'd you say?
18-1 run that Spokane had in that, and Whatcom ended the half on a 6-0 run, though.
So here we go, and alternating possession will favor the Spokane Sasquatch, moving to our right in the home white uniforms. That's Dalton Patchen with his back to the basket. Give it off to DeVries. A little tougher defense here by Whatcom as they're coming right out on him. To Sabota, 12 to shoot. Cage Sabota dumps it right side. Dribble to the baseline for Love, and the foul will be called. Almost like that's maybe what they say. If you need to take a foul, take a foul.
Yeah, I mean, don't give them easy shots or wide open threes. Make them tough for everything. They have to work for it a little bit harder.
Matthew Seymour with his third personal foul. That'll bring a sub off the bench. Saved from going out of bounds by Deion Thomas, but into the corner, Patchen has it, elevates, and puts it up. It won't go. There's one piece of good news there for Whatcom. You're looking for any little crack in the armor here for the Spokane Sasquatch, leading at 54-39. Reimer with it, back to the basket for Whatcom. Closed off there. Patchen, tough defense, foul called. Reimer had it on the low block, was going to turn against Patchen, and they're going to whistle the foul on Dalton Patchen out of Colton High School, Colton, Washington. 13.1 points per ball game, picks up his second personal foul, first team foul, and Dalton Reimer. Isaac Reimer, will go to the free throw line. Isaac Reimer out of Linden Christian.
Here's a great spot for Whatcom to get back in the game. Where the clock stops, hitting some free throws.
Hit the first one, makes it a 14-point ball game. Next one goes. So a 13-point lead for Spokane. Just underway, second half, the men's NWAC championship here in Everett. Sabota just dribbling around Thomas. Now they get it down low. Backing in is Race Martin. Puts it up and just uses his big body and goes around Reimer. And they both have pretty stout guys, and they kind of push and shove each other down there for a bucket up and in. Now here's Thomas. Schilder. He'll give it off to Quinn Doherty, and they're going to call a foul. Begging his Race Martin is over kind of saying, you got to be kidding me. And Race Martin will pick up the foul. That's his third personal foul, and this second team foul. Out of bounds, near side. Anderson will throw it in to Thomas. Watcom now moving to our left in the traveling black uniforms. Here's Schilder for the slam dunk. If he gets ahead of steam up too, get out of the way.
Yeah, he's going to be a foot taller than anyone up there when he's skying high.
13 points in the ball game for Logan Schilder out of Bellingham. In the corner, Jake Love. Ball knocked out of bounds. Again, just disrupting the flow here for Spokane. The lead is 13 points for the Sasquatch. And Love will throw it in. And they're telling Quinn Doherty, you stay behind that green line. He does, and they throw it in. Sabota gets it. Cage Sabota out of Clarkston. Now they're going to dump it down low, and they're going to call a push foul here. They're going to get Quinn Doherty. He's out of Homer, Alaska, and he picks up the foul. That's his first personal, second team foul. Baseline out of bounds here with a fresh 30 on the shot clock for the Sasquatch. Race Martin back out. They'll reset the half-court offense out on top with Sabota. Now to Love. Love starts the dribble in. He gets tripped up, and that's going to be 2 straight fouls here on Quinn Doherty. He called for the tripping foul there. That's his second personal, third team. 56-43. The score is Spokane leading it. 17:51 to play in the men's championship game. The women's championship earlier went to Lane Titans 76-59 here in Everett. Sabota for the corner to Martin. Dribble to the baseline. No, he kicks it back out instead to Race Martin. Back out for a 3 that won't go. That's a miss for Jake Love, and Watcom, despite all that happening, didn't give up any points on that possession. And now here comes the Orcas with the basketball. Leif Anderson, right wing, to Schilder on top. Connor Kelly gives it to Doherty. And they're going to say kicked. The ball was kicked, reset to 15 on the shot clock, and Levi Taylor checks in for Watcom.
Here's what we've been waiting for. Looks like Jordan, is it Johnson? He's looking like he might be getting ready to come in.
He might be. He's got a rattle, rubbing things up down there. The rolling pin. So he's going to get warm and ready to come in. Watcom with the basketball. Quinn Doherty. Out of Schilder. Back out Anderson. Deep 3. Won't go. And the rebound grabbed down by Race Martin of Spokane. Here come the Sasquatch leading at 56-43. 17 minutes to play. Here's a 3. Dalton Patchen won't go. Probably not the shot that Spokane was looking for there. And they'll bring it out of backcourt. Leif Anderson. Again to the top to Doherty. To Schilder. One dribble back out to Anderson. Launched a 3 last time. This time looking for Reimer. He's got it back to the basket and then fouled. Taylor was in front. Patchen was in back. And I think they're going to get Taylor for the foul. Levi Taylor picks up the foul. That's his second personal, third team. And Anderson will throw it in. Looking. Now he's going to huck it into backcourt. And it'll be flagged down there by Quinn Doherty. 26 to shoot. Anderson back to Doherty again. Bounce it down to Reimer. And he went up without the basketball. Had a nice move and then left the ball, the Bodden, down on the floor. And he went up and he's going to be taken away by Spokane. Sasquatch leading it by 13, 56-43. Jordan Johnson is going to be checking in here as the foul will be whistled. And it's going to be on Doherty. Doherty just picked up his 4th personal foul. And so it'll be out of bounds, and Johnson will check in. Jordan Johnson for the Whatcom Orcas, averaging 17.6 points per ball game, hasn't played in the tournament. Here's a 3-ball that won't go, top of the key by A.J. Knudsen. See if that's a spark that Whatcom needs.
Already got his hands on the ball.
High ankle sprain or not, Jordan Johnson into the lineup. Here's Schilder, lowers the shoulder, but they're going to call the recipient of the shoulder for the foul. Race Martin will be called for the foul. It's just we've been stuck at 56-43, and Whatcom just hasn't been able to take advantage.
A little bit different pace in this half.
Way different. It has really slowed down. Martin's 4th personal foul. First free throw is good by Logan Schilder. It must be this hoop. Have you noticed that? Is there something wrong with this hoop? You work here.
Hey, like he said, he won't take this net down for some reason. Might just,
It's got magic.
Yeah.
There's pixie dust or something, because everyone's been shooting well at this end. Schilder even made a free throw. Okay, he didn't make that one, but what do you want? There's no miracles. But they got the rebound. There's Leif Anderson. Will it go? Yes! Ooh, there's magic in that hoop.
Miss a free throw, get a 3,
You'll trade that all night long. 15:31 to play. It's closer now. It's down by 9 are the Orcas. Down is Taylor. Swatted out of there by Schilder. And it's flagged down. Sasquatch will still have it. 12 to shoot now. Left side DeVries kind of being double teamed out there. Now we'll kick it out of trouble. Down to 6, down to 5 to shoot. In the corner, DeVries has it. Down to 3 to shoot. He does. Won't go. Air ball. Rebound. Jordan Johnson grabs it. Jordan Johnson out of Lakes High School in Tacoma. 17.6 points per ball game. First team NWAC North Division, 16th leading scorer in the league. Connor Kelly on the dribble. Kelly out of Eisenhower High School in Yakima. Now to Schilder, back to the basket. Down goes the defender, but the shot wouldn't go down. DeVries got pushed down. May have been a little bit of floppishness there.
We could give out other awards at this game too, maybe.
Levi Taylor. He puts a power move to the rack, and down on the floor he goes. This thing could get a little rough and tumble before we're done.
Yes, it's going to be a very physical. Both teams are built for it, and it could be a fun 15 minutes.
Media timeout under 15 minutes. 14:31 exactly to play in the basketball game. Spokane 56, Whatcom 47. You're watching the 2016 NWAC Community College Men's Basketball Championship on STSPN.com.
My name is Chrissy Davis-Jones. I am the Associate Dean of Student Development at Spokane Falls Community College. I have the privilege of working with so many different types of students. And each one of them, I would definitely say, I see a little piece of myself in them. I love the fact that the community allows you to really get involved. It's a matter of choice, in my opinion. We all owe something. So in what capacity will you serve? My name is Chrissy Davis-Jones. This is my college, my community.
Company Retreat with Chief Football Officer Russell Wilson.
Some of you may be wondering why we're wood carving.
What are we learning from this?
Details. Small details. Like this right here. Not bad. Now, Captain Bob knows about the details. Style, comfort,
And power.
power.
Yep. It's for you. Giving you our best never stops. Thank you for flying Alaska.
14 minutes and 31 seconds to play in the game. Spokane with a 56-47 lead. Tom Lafferty along with Zach Wild tonight. Steve Willits also working. Not working very hard. He's down there feeding his face down to our left. He came up here to the press level. He just gets around, I'll tell you. So here we go. 2 shots coming up here for for Taylor. Levi Taylor. We've been talking about, we thought maybe they gave the wrong foul. Casey Leak may have picked up a foul that didn't belong to him, 12 and 21. But we shall see. First one is good for Levi Taylor out of Lewis and Clark High School in Spokane. Next one is good as well. Back to an 11-point lead, 58-47. Lots of time left. Connor Kelly brings it out of back court. Goes to Leif Anderson. Anderson with it. Now in the corner, elevating, shot by Kelly, won't go. Kept alive by Reimer as Taylor tried to take away from him. Reimer has it. Now dribbling in, going in, laying up, and goes. 2 for Connor Kelly. Knifed through the defense and makes it a 9-point ball game, 58-49. On top, Garrett Hull to Taylor. That looked awkward. He puts up a 3, won't go. Schilder goes high in the air, grabs the rebound for the Orcas. They're just kind of crawling back, slowly but surely. Anderson. Now here's Johnson. It won't go. His first shot will be a miss, and the rebound is going to be grabbed down by the Spokane Sasquatch. Garrett Hull. Taylor elevates, fires the 3, won't go. It's this end of the floor. I'm convinced this place is haunted. There must be a Native American burial ground here somewhere.
Something.
Anderson. But nice no look, but then he could not complete it at the rim. You got to put that in the cup if you're going to do that little shake and bake move there. Now left corner. Sabota, back out it goes to Hull. To Sabota again. He's trying a couple of moves there on Connor Kelly. 13 to shoot. Levi Taylor shake and bake move and lays it up and in. You can do the shake and bake if you lay it up and in like that by Levi Taylor. He's got 17 points in the ball game, and it's 60-49. The lead for Spokane with 12:34 to play in the basketball game. Johnson. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, Kelly had it. Kelly, and then the ball goes out of bounds. And the official guessed, but I think he was right, that it went off of the Whatcom player, off of Connor Kelly. And out of bounds it goes, and it'll be Spokane basketball, up by 11. And they will throw it in. Garrett Hull with it. Now Taylor. Back out, Patchen elevates, and down it goes. Dalton Patchen puts it in. And it's 63-49, 14-point lead for Spokane. No-look pass goes to Johnson, and a foul whistled. A year ago, the championship was to Clark College. They beat Edmonds 78-59 that game at the Toyota Center in Kennewick. The foul was called on Taylor, his 3rd personal foul, 5th team foul. Johnson will throw it in. Anderson has it. Schilder, Anderson. Back out Thomas. The shot was affected and intercepted. Grabbed by Spokane. They feed it right side, Knutson. That's A.J. Knutson out of Central Valley. To Hull. They can afford to take a little time here. Leading it by 14 points. Patchen eyed another 3, and this time Thomas is right out on him. But Taylor has got some space, but he can't bank that one in. Ball went out of bounds. They say last touch by Spokane. It'll be Whatcom basketball. Whatcom down by 14 points, 63-49. 11 and a half minutes to play in the game. Deion Thomas brings it out of backcourt. Leif Anderson again. Shot or the pass is affected. Going in. The lay-in up just that easy. Cage Sabota. Just not very good passing last couple times down the floor for the Whatcom Orcas.
No, they're getting a little bit sloppy and trying to make too far passes where they need to shorten their passes up a little bit.
Here's Thomas. Another long pass, but Anderson's able to get this one. Back to Thomas again. They're looking for Schilder. But they go to Johnson. He'll put up a 2 that won't go. Patchen grabs the rebound and overplay on the defense, and Isaac Reimer is going to be called for the foul. Went over the back trying to grab the rebound for Isaac Reimer. That'll be his first personal foul and the 6th team foul. So no free throws. It'll be Sasquatch basketball with a lead at 16 points. They've led by as much as 19 in the game, and Whatcom got it down there, but then they put some more space between them, and that one will go down as well for A.J. Knutson. That makes it equaling the biggest lead of the game for Spokane at 19 points at 68-49. And a timeout called by David Dunham and the Whatcom Orcas. With 10:33 to play in the basketball game, our score, Spokane 68, Whatcom 49. You're watching the 2016 NWAC Community College Men's Basketball Championship game on STSPN.com.
Medical specialists in the Guard are skilled in CPR, field triage, and emergency life support. Medics stabilize and evac the wounded during combat, come to the aid of civilians in a disaster, and provide day-to-day outpatient care. Medical specialists are saving lives on and off the battlefield.
Ten minutes and 33 seconds to play here in the basketball game. Spokane with a 68-49 lead over Whatcom for the men's community college championship. The women's championship was awarded earlier this evening, and Lane Titans beat the Peninsula Pirates 76-59. So Zach Wild, the question is here, do the Whatcom Orcas have another big run left in them?
It's tough. It's tough the way Spokane's shooting the three right now. I don't know if Whatcom's got to get out here, get some scores, maybe put up some full court pressure.
Whatcom beat Clackamas in the regionals, beat Columbia Basin in the Elite Eight, and last night beat Clark 74-58 on the way here to the championship game. They're averaging 72 points in the postseason scoring, and they're well under that. Here's a force-up by Reimer. Kind of put down his forehead and used that as a battering ram and gave himself some space. Makes it a 17-point lead now for Spokane. If they can get a couple of stops, it almost looked like he traveled with Garrett Hull. Now Jake Love. Cage Sabota gives himself some space, puts up an air ball, and Logan Schilder grabs the rebound. Connor Kelly brings it out of backcourt. They work in the corner. That's Jordan Johnson. Back out it goes to Leif Anderson. Back to Johnson again. Looking to dump it down low, overplay, and they're going to call Jake Love for the foul on the Schilder. And so Love will pick up his second personal foul, sixth team foul, and we will step aside with the media timeout. 9 minutes and 36 seconds to play in the second half. Spokane 68, Whatcom 51. We return live to Everett Community College right after this on STSPN.com.
LCC has definitely prepared me to transfer to Oregon State because it's helped me with my study skills. I'm a much harder worker than I was in high school.
I had a great support base by the staff, and I've made some great friends that I think I'll carry on with my life.
I've definitely loved my classes. I've learned a lot. It's been a healthy environment.
Don't be afraid to branch out. The people here are awesome. I'm going to be in it for a while, but down the road I'll be finishing up and be ready to join the workforce.
The Guard has over 50,000 wheeled vehicles in action. The vast fleet of Humvees, troop transports, and fuel tank trucks are always moving soldiers, gear, and equipment around the world, or delivering aid to civilians during domestic emergencies. Transport operators are essential in getting the Guard to where it needs to be.
We're a little over halfway through the second half of action here in Everett at Everett Community College. The NWAC Men's Basketball Championship game. And here we go. Whatcom will inbound it, down by 17 points, 68-51. Shot by Leif Anderson in the corner will not go, and a foul called. The rebound was grabbed by Jacob DeVries. And now he's going to go to the other end because that's going to put them into the bonus. And DeVries will go to the stripe. And the foul was whistled on Whatcom's Matthew Seymour. For Seymour, his fourth personal foul and the seventh team foul. So free throws here for Jacob DeVries, 6'1" sophomore out of Richland. 1-1. Oh, violation. And so that one won't count, and he'll get another one.
Looks like we had a fourth referee out there with Spokane's number 15 up there, letting him know that he was making a violation.
Did he put out the hold call, too, and everything?
Yeah.
Let's go down to Steve.
I'm sitting directly behind the Spokane bench. Jeremy Groth was the one that yelled that violation, and then one of his players then immediately jumped up and said the same thing. So I think Coach gets an assist on that one.
So he hits them both after missing the first one, but the violation makes it a 19-point ball game, Spokane equaling their biggest lead of the game. Watkins got to get busy with 9:20 to play. Anderson, Spokane's just been fast, affecting every shot or every pass.
Yeah, they're all over the place. As great as they're playing on offense, I think their defense is just as good, if not better, than their offense right now.
They lead it by 19 points, 70-51. As Spokane's has been giving up 71 points in the postseason, but their defense has really tightened up here in the second half. Sabota picks up the foul, his first personal foul, and the 7th team foul, so both teams now in the bonus. First free throw is good for Connor Kelly. An Eisenhower cadet in his high school days. He's a 6'3" freshman, averages 6.7 points per ball game. Next free throw is good. 70-53, 17-point lead. Cage Sabota with the basketball. Levi Taylor. Boy, he's got quick first step, doesn't he?
He goes past defenders and he finishes strong around the rim.
He was going to the left, and then he just decided to switch it to the right-hand side, and then a quick step there for Connor Kelly with a lay-in up and in. But now if you're going to trade twos for twos, Spokane says we'll do that the rest of the night. Here's Love, puts it up with the right hand, won't go. Surrounded by Watcom Orcas, and out of backcourt comes Kelly. He has a little step-through move, but lost the handle, and it's going to be grabbed by Love. Feet it forward, nice ball movement, lay-in, up and good. Thank you very much. Good night, everybody, just about. Levi Taylor with the bucket. He's got 21 points in the ball game, and the lead is back now to 19 points. Leif Anderson goes in, laying up and good. So no one's really stepping up on defense, but Spokane doesn't have to as long as they're getting buckets on the other end. Now a foul called here on Anderson. And Anderson, you can tell when you get that bent over, the hands on the thighs, he is spent.
Yeah, he's played a lot of minutes, and he plays so hard. It's tough.
Yeah, in fact, right there, David Dunham says we'll take him out of there. He's oxygen depleted, and he will send in Casey Leak out of Mount Vernon to take his place. And a free throw coming up here for Cage Sabota. The foul had been whistled on Anderson. His first personal foul, 8th team foul. 74-57, lead is 17 points. It's doable, right? And it's really doable if you bury one like Dalton Luton's just did out of Linden Christian High School. Buries a 3 and makes it now a 14-point game.
Welcome to the championship.
Don't go to sleep on anybody. DeVries, back out it goes. Patchen, will that 3 go? No, it's going to be short. And the rebound's going to be grabbed by Watcom. Connor Kelly out of back court. Kelly dump it in the corner to Johnson. Couldn't hold on to it. Back out, but it's going to be intercepted there by Sabota. Then he feeds it down floor. Was intending it for Taylor. And then it went out of bounds and off of an Orca. It'll be off of the Orcas and in the possession of the Spokane Sasquatch. I'm not sure that Jeremy Groth is looking for length of the floor passes down.
No, I don't think
with
so.
a big lead.
No.
Play conservatively.
Yes, they have to be really, 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 really open.
Was that 4 or 3? Really, 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 really. 4. That's 4 reallys. Inbounds. Taylor. Looking. That's 5. That was 4 lookings, too, by the way. When you get 4 lookings, that's 5 seconds. So inbounds now for Whatcom. 14 points, 7 minutes to go. Out of backcourt, Doherty. Connor Kelly almost like he was looking at a shot, and then here's a bad pass, though. They just haven't been able to capitalize, and the defense hasn't really gone to sleep for Spokane. Here's a 3 ball that will not go, a miss by DeVries. Cleared out by Whatcom. But they get to this end, and they haven't been able to capitalize. Reimer will try it. He puts up a hook shot and one. They fed it down to Reimer, kind of looked off the defender, put it up and in, and the whistle, it's going to be on Jacob DeVries, his first personal foul, 8th team foul. So free throw here. As Isaac Reimer at the stripe, the lead is 12, the lead is 11. 74-63, doable. Garrett Hull. If you're Spokane, you probably need to tighten it down a little bit. Tighten up the straps. Taylor dribbles in, splits about 6 defenders, and then a foul. Well. Taylor is kind of maybe being a little mouthy also with the official. That you don't need to have, if you're a Spokane fan, have Whatcom scoring with a clock stop. That's 4 on Taylor. And the 9th team foul, and he'll go to the bench. And Connor Kelly goes to the free throw line. 1 and 1. The lead is 11. First free throw, the lead is 10. You got to hand it to Whatcom. They're just not giving up.
No, they're playing. They've had the possessions where they turn the ball over, but they still keep at it.
And Schilder is not out there. Now it's down to single digits. 74-65. Hull for Spokane. To Knutson. Goes right to DeVries. Now down low they go to Race Martin. He goes in, off balance, count the basket, and 1 for Race Martin. What a great name. Race Martin out of Pullman. 13.8 points per ball game. And he goes to the line with 1 shot, trying to complete the 3-point play. Lead back to 11 now. And make it a dozen at 77-65. Martin's got 10 points in the ball game. They're kind of spreading the wealth all over the map for the Sasquatch. Whatcom will throw it in. Little kind of half-hearted full court pressure. Schilder back out on the floor now. You got your 7-footer dribbling it out of back court. Connor Kelly closed off. I would think that Whatcom's got to hurry. They're down inside now, 6 minutes to play. And it's a 12-point deficit. Rifle a pass down, and Schilder can't complete it. He'll have to earn them at the free throw line. Race Martin doesn't like the call. He kind of storms out of there. Sure, he didn't commit the foul. Kind of gives that's his 5th personal foul. He's even more mad now that he's just fouled out of the basketball game. And he is going to head to the bench. Levi Taylor will come back in, and he's getting a face full of coach there. Look, because he's got 4 fouls as well, right? Levi Taylor, yeah. Logan Schilder at the free throw line. Can they score with the clock stop? They do. And 21 points for Taylor. Schilder, first free throw is good. (77-67), 5:52 to play. They just keep leaving the door open. Taylor, ball goes out of bounds. No, they're going to say, they overruled.
Wow. They ran that play the entire game, and Whatcom finally stepped up and made a play on it.
So here comes Whatcom. Schilder at the center line. 5:34 to play. The lead is 10. Doherty with it. Dribble to the baseline. Goes in, lay in, and one! That makes it 8 points. Could be 7 with a free throw here for Quinn Doherty. And the foul was whistled on Race Martin. They just said put 15 on the board, and he just fouled out with his, and they put six personal foul. How did that happen?
He gets the extra ones.
No, they're going to say no. And it's going to be a lane violation here on Watcom.
That hurts a little bit too, you know. An extra point get taken off the board.
So 77-69. Now Spokane trying to answer on the other end. The ball stripped away. Grabbed by Connor Kelly. Took it right away from Jacob DeVries. Kelly says, I'll take it. Thanks very much. Quinn Doherty on the dribble now. Double team there to Reimer. Reimer in the corner. 3 on the way. Won't go. It just barely skimmed the glass. And the rebound grabbed by Hull. And he brings it himself out of back court. Feeds it left-hand side. Knutson. 4:50 to play. 77-69 the lead for Spokane. Hull. Now goes left to DeVries. To the baseline, no. Back out for a 3. That won't go. Battle for the board. Picked up by Patchen. They left it there, and the foul is called. No, excuse me, a timeout is called. With 4 minutes and 32 seconds to play in the basketball game. 10-point lead for Spokane, 79-69. You're watching STSPN.com.
My counselor, she helped me plan out an entire educational plan, actually showed me more classes that I could take here at CBC to save me money instead of taking them at a larger university. Here with high school students too, so you're not only getting part of that high school experience, but you're going further and beyond that and getting a college experience, which is really cool and fun, and you're gonna expand your horizons.
Medical specialists in the Guard are skilled in CPR, field triage, and emergency life support. Medics stabilize and evac the wounded during combat, come to the aid of civilians in a disaster, and provide day-to-day outpatient care. Medical specialists are saving lives on and off the battlefield.
Welcome back. Tom Lafferty along with Zach Wild, and Steve Willits has something to add to the festivities.
I was just trying to listen in there a little bit as Coach Groth was talking to his team. Just reminded them, hey, 5 more minutes to the championship. No more excuses. Lay it all on the line.
Spokane with the lead by 10, 79-69. 4 minutes, 32 seconds to go. Spokane with the lead. Watcom with the basketball. Leif Anderson checks back into the ball game. Goes around a screen set by Schilder. Right side to Kelly. Now the corner. Anderson elevates, fires, and down goes the 3. 79-72, a 7-point lead for Spokane. 16 points for Anderson. As Hull brings it up to DeVries, down low, double team, ball now standing out of bounds. Oh, they're going to say he was the one touching it out of bounds. I thought maybe they're going to say Kelly was standing out of bounds and touched the basketball, but instead they say it was DeVries. Commits the turnover, and it will be now Watcom basketball, down by 7, 4:05 to play. Here comes the inbounds now. Anderson shot a 3 the last time that went down. What'll he do this time? Schilder back to the basket. One step, sky hook, no. Patchen goes up in the air and just takes it away from Reimer. Spokane will bring it up. Quickly met there by Anderson is Hull. Knutson. Now to Taylor. Taylor, that quick step, and he just tries a little, maybe one maybe too many passes, Zach, that time. Taylor all night long is going to take it to the rack, and he doesn't that time.
You want your players to be unselfish, but in that situation, you're their best player, you should probably just go up and finish it.
So here comes Watcom, down by 7. Dump it to Schilder. Back out to Reimer. Up fakes for the shot. They're going to call the offensive foul. That's kind of a no-brainer right there, as Reimer was using that big body to back in against Jake Love, and Love may have gone down fairly easily, but he was right there. That's the second personal on Reimer and the 10th team foul.
Yeah, Watkin keeps getting the door open to him, but they're not, making the noise for it.
Dribbling in, Hull goes in, laying good. Nobody stepped in front of him. Garrett Hull out of Ellensburg lays it up and in, makes it a 9-point lead, 81-72. 3:13 to play. Step through by Kelly. In there a long time. He puts it up, won't go. Ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Reimer. And Spokane will have the basketball. 3:06 to play. 81-72, 9-point lead for Spokane. They led by as much as 19 points in this ball game. A couple of times, once Watcom pulled to within 4. This last little flurry pulled to within 6, but they couldn't get no closer. Hull to Patchen. Looking for somebody to pass to. Finally finds Taylor. 13 to shoot now. Taylor bounces it out to nobody. And Jeremy Groth of Spokane is saying, you got to be kidding me. My guy wouldn't throw it directly out of bounds. I didn't see anybody touch it.
No, that's 2 bad decisions he made the last time down the floor for him.
So here's the inbounds now for Watcom. Down by 9. 2:40 to play. High pass. Flag down there by Seymour. Now down to Reimer. Back to Seymour. He'll elevate the 3. Air ball. But grabbing the rebound there. Nicely done there for Dalton Lutens. Over for an open 3 ball that won't go. A miss by Connor Kelly. Kept alive by Reimer. Back up. He gets hammered down. And they're going to call jump ball. They're going to call a possession arrow for the in favor of Watcom. So they'll have it at the baseline with 28 to shoot, 2:19 to play, and a 9-point deficit. Kelly will throw it in at the baseline just to the right of the basket. Out of go. Boy, it looked like a travel as he tried to elevate for the shot. That was Dalton Lutens. They've got the 3-point guys out there. Reimer down low, loses the defender. That was Jake Love went down. Reimer lays it up and in, and it's 81-74. Coming up on 2 minutes to play in the game. Hull brings it down. Leif Anderson is safe as he gets to the foul line. Slid about half the floor, and he gets a reach-in foul. A reacher there for Watcom's Leif Anderson, and that's his second personal foul. And free throws coming up here. Both teams are in the double bonus. Garrett Hull at the stripe. Hull, a 67% free throw shooter. First one is good. 82-74. And another forthcoming here for Garrett Hull out of Ellensburg. It is good as well. 83-74, 9-point lead. Leif Anderson. Lutens, long cross-court pass to Kelly. Power move to the hoop, won't go in. Kept alive by Reimer. Back out for Lutens. Loads for a 3, won't go. Tap out. Who's going to control it? It'll be Anderson for the Watcom Orcas. 1.5 minutes to play. Anderson dribbling in, puts it in traffic, puts it up, lays it up, and it's in. 83-76. 7-point lead. Will they take a foul here? Taylor comes into front court. High dribble, stops it. He gets double teamed. The ball went out of bounds, but it was last touched by Kelly, so it will still be Sasquatch basketball with 23 on the shot clock. 1 minute and 14 to play. These guys are just spent. They're just out of gas. They're all just kind of leaning over until they have to actually stand up and play basketball. Hull on the inbounds. Patchen, 3, no. And over the back foul is going to be called, trying to get the rebound. I'm not sure that's the shot you want with Patchen shooting a 3 ball.
Yeah, it's an open shot, but at the time of the possession, you're better off getting a better look.
Yeah, now we're at 1:07 to go, and you're allowing Watcom to go to the free throw line
with the clock stopped.
Matthew Seymour goes to the line, a 73%er. (83-77). It's 6 points. So lots of time. 1:07 to play. 2 possessions here. Won't go. And Taylor grabs the rebound. Powerfully grabs the rebound. Nobody's going to take it away from him. And a whistle. We'll have to take a foul. And they're going to call the foul here on Connor Kelly. His first personal foul. Both teams in the double bonus. Free throw here for Garrett Hull. I think Hull is kind of the glue player for this team.
Yeah, he's that guy that does everything that a coach could ask for.
Including hitting free throws, and that first one is good. It's a 7-point lead for Spokane.
And he's a lefty. There's something about lefties I just love.
Are you a lefty?
No. I'm bitter about it.
Next free throw is good. Did you try? Never worked, though.
Not very good at it.
Less than a minute to play now. Here's Leif Anderson. That 3 won't. And then a foul on the rebound, as it was grabbed down by A.J. Knutson. And they're getting ready to start celebrating in Spokane. The community colleges of Spokane, the Spokane Sasquatch, looking for an NWAC men's championship with 53 seconds to go. First free throw is good, 86-77. They led by as much as 19 points, did Spokane. Pulled it to within 4 the first flurry, to within 6 the second flurry, but Watcom could get no closer. Schilder grabs the rebound there. Anderson brings it up. They'll need a couple of these, and that one won't go. You got to make them go first, and now that will about do it, I would think, as they're going to get a foul here. You don't want to give up. And Jacob DeVries will go to the free throw line. Connor Kelly picks up the foul. His second personal foul. Double bonus, 2 shots coming up here for DeVries. And Jacob DeVries gets the basketball. (87-77), 10-point lead. 37.6 seconds to play. Another one rattles home, and a timeout called here by Spokane. We'll take a break with 37.6 seconds to play in the basketball game. It's Spokane 88, Watcom 77. We'll come back with the conclusion of the Men's Community College Basketball Championship on STSPN.com.
Play with heart.
Got it.
Pass the ball. Right here.
Well, we're staying up late tonight here for the conclusion of this NWAC Men's Basketball Championship. The final 37.6, long full court pass for a lay-in up and good for Connor Kelly. And it makes it 88-79 and a foul called. We'll march to the other end.
Yeah, if you're Spokane, you're not too happy about that play as they scored so quickly and out of a timeout as well.
But Spokane with the lead by 9, and they could increase it here with Garrett Hull at the free throw line. 2 shots coming up here for Hull in the double bonus. First one is no good. And another one coming up. And it is good. 89-79. Kelly quickly out of backcourt. Splits the defense. They're going to call a blocking foul there as Jake Love laying flat on his back, and he's called for the block. The shot clock now dead at 29.8 seconds to go. And free throws here for Connor Kelly. A 10-point lead for Spokane. Still may take a while for this one to finally end. And then we'll have the presentations and some interviews coming up on the floor as well in celebration of a win for the Spokane Sasquatch, the NWAC Men's Championship. And we're going to have a timeout called here by David Dunham. We'll keep it right here. During the timeout, we're going to thank all the volunteers. Those are the people that don't get all the credit and the accolades. The volunteers that have been around and manning the soup kitchen down there, the hospitality room, and all the doors and the spots. And you forget how much work there is putting on a tournament, especially a tournament like this, 4 days and people in and out all day long.
Yeah, it's a huge task to do, and the way it's looked and how effortlessly it looks like they're doing things, it's an amazing thing to do it. And that excites me that it's here in Everett, and the way they're doing it so far and the people we have is going to keep it here.
Yeah, at least 2 more years it's scheduled to be here at Everett. And again, the Snohomish County Sports Commission, the one of the prime sponsors of it, and they're getting some money from the Snohomish County Travel Commission. I can't even remember what the name of the what? Hotel Motel, and those folks bringing the event here. And I think it will just grow and grow. But you got to do your job is to get the Everett Community College women to be playing here. We'd have a big crowd if we had somebody local in.
Yeah, that's our job. Is we're 1 game away from being at this thing this year, and our hope next year is to be playing on Sunday like this.
Yeah, Spokane and Whatcom playing now. It'll be full court pressure and a foul called finally, and that will bring Jacob DeVries to the other end of the floor. Who do you have coming back for the Everett Trojans?
We returned 4 starters, and we got some really good recruits that have committed to us, but until they are signed,
And somebody said it, I think it was Willits said it earlier in the game. Community college basketball is the best kept secret in any town, but especially here in Everett.
Yeah, I mean, it's, people give the knowledge that it's not as great and everything, but the athletes and the kids that we come look at this game, look at the people here right now. It's 9:30 on a Sunday night. It's big.
And these are people from Bellingham and from over in Eastern Washington with players from Clarkson and Spokane and Richland and Ellensburg and Pullman. Shot on the way, won't go. Back out for a reload on a 3. The turnaround jumper, that won't go for Luton's. Back up, and it does go. Connor Kelly with the bucket with 14 seconds to go and a foul called. 89-82, 7-point lead. And again, to the other end we go. It's going to be Garrett Hull again. He's been living there. Just have his mail forwarded. Garrett Hull, care of the free throw line on the west end of the gym at the Walt Price. 92-01, by the way. Free throw, good. And he'll get another 8-point lead. You tell the fans are tired too. They're not even making noise, no racket between 91-82. Down the corner, down to 7, down to 6. Ball knocked out of bounds. It'll still be in the possession of Whatcom, but they're going to win this ball game. The Spokane Sasquatch. Whatcom will have the basketball one last time here, 6.5 seconds ago. The game that would never end.
Yeah,
we're gonna run out of tape.
Yes, if you're Spokane right now, it's not the way you want to end the last minute of a game, especially found a three-point shooter.
Jake Love will foul out, and checking in for him will be Jacob Vargas out of Kennewick High School in Kennewick. And Seymour will shoot for Whatcom. Good on the first, 5 seconds to play. The lead is 8 points. Guess not everybody's quiet. Next free throw will come up. He gets the 3 because he was fouled on the 3. Nope, won't go. Put back, no. Grab there, and they're going to just throw the ball, and there we will have it. And the 2016 NWAC Men's Basketball Championship will go to the Spokane Sasquatch. They defeat the Whatcom Orcas. Final score of 91-84. Points.
Yeah, it took so much energy to get them back to that 9 or 10 points, and then by the time they got there, that just had empty possession or turnover or missed threes that they could never get over that hump.
So the celebration there. You're watching the 2016 NWAC Community College Men's Basketball Championship Tournament on STSPN.com.
Always improving with Chief Football Officer Russell Wilson.
Good, high knees, knee up, toe up, knee up. Come on, Silver Fox. I like it. I see the hustle. I see the hustle for the baby. Name that route.
Albuquerque, New Orleans, Atlanta, Cancun.
Faster, faster, faster. Lost teddy bear. Open guy. Hit him, hit him, hit him. Oh, let's make those hungry customers full customers. Why not, huh? I like it. Let's go, let's go. It's not even 7 a.m. yet.
Alaska Airlines.
No time.
Welcome back. The NWAC Men's Championship goes to the Spokane Sasquatch, and they win the championship here. Lots of hugs and high fives all around. Spokane with Cage Sabota out of Clarkson, Jake Love out of West Valley of Spokane, A.J. Knutson from Central Valley in Spokane, Jacob DeVries, Richland, Garrett Hull from Ellensburg, Race Martin from Pullman, Levi Taylor from Lewis and Clark. Player didn't play, George Williams from Federal Way, Dalton Patchen from Colton, Brady Bergman didn't play tonight, West Valley of Spokane, Jacob Vargas played sparingly, and Matt Barrett out of Houston, Alaska. But they went fairly deep. They played a lot, 8 or 9 players out in their rotation, and that really helped them against Whatcom had very much tighter rotation.
Yeah, in the first half, Whatcom went 1 or 2 deep on the bench, where Spokane immediately started with 3-4 subs here and there. For a whole game and at the last day of a tournament like this, that's huge to be able to go that deep.
So Whatcom will come out and receive the second place trophy. 6 Spokane players in double figures in this ball game, and that's just been kind of the way they've played all year long.
Yeah, they have their leader that gets his, but the rest of them follow suit and do their thing, and that's the consistency that wins championships.
So the second place trophy and the photos being taken here of the Whatcom Orcas. Whatcom now will end their season at 23-10 after losing tonight here in the championship. And now the Spokane Sasquatch, they finish at 29-5 with the win over Whatcom, final of 91-84. There's the big NWAC trophy with the big gold basket. You just like those big trophies with the big basketballs on the top, don't you?
You love it. You know, I was fortunate enough to hold that one time, and there's no better feeling than that.
Very happy bunch of Bigfoots, Sasquatches, and they're going to get a picture taken here. They're actually going to face us. We can actually see what they look like here. The 2016 Men's Basketball Championship here in Everett. And they're going to get their photo taken with all the staff members, and all the moms and dads are making. You think Donald Trump was in the building?
But a picture just to take a picture of all them.
No, folks, that's Steve Willits. And Willits is getting his phone out. He wants to take some pictures of the picture takers. We don't care about the team. We care about the picture takers. And everybody's got their phone up and taking photos of the men's championship, the Spokane Sasquatch. That'll be a happy bunch of players on the bus ride over to the Lilac City.
That makes that long bus ride a little bit easier going home.
We're going to hear from some of these players here in just a minute after they're done with their official celebration down there. They've got the ladder out. They're still not going to take the Magic Pixie Dust hoop on the other end off. Larry's not going to touch that.
Yeah, Larry might not touch it, but I might come up there and just make sure it's not there for next season.
Let's go down to Steve.
I have a question. I've been down by the court the entire game, been kind of roaming through the crowd. Did some of these folks come in from outside after the game? I didn't think this many people were even in the building. This is incredible. I mean,
they came in through the exits, I think, just to take photos.
This is quite the crowd that's out here, all the way from Spokane, like you said, to support these guys.
And they're each getting an individual award from the NWAC. Something that'll. You still have? Did you get an individual award when you won?
Yes, you got a piece of the net. You got an individual award.
You still have it?
I do.
Sitting on your desk?
It's at home, and I got a ring. We got a championship ring too that I'll bring out on special occasions.
What? Tonight's not a special occasion?
Yeah, it's a little bitter for me still that my girls aren't playing here. So you know, I get to work with you, so that's special though.
Thanks again for coming over and doing this. It'll been a fun night. There's nothing quite like championship basketball. As each player individually being introduced, and they'll get their individual accolade and their championship trophy. The Orcas over the other side still standing out here watching. They'll support it was a tough game. And Whatcom made a couple of runs at him, but just couldn't quite overcome him.
And you appreciate Whatcom being out here and hanging around and watching them. You know, it's tough to lose a game like this, but realize you're playing in the last game of the year that you could be playing in.
They're introducing now I think the all-tournament team. Steve, is that what I'm hearing down there? It's hard for us to hear up here.
It sounds like they're, in fact, introducing the entire all-tournament team right now, yeah.
And the first team.
That was the second team. Now they're introducing the first team.
Ryder Pierce. From Whatcom, Logan Schilder. From Spokane, Dalton Patchy. From Spokane, Race Martin. And from Whatcom, Leif Anderson. And now, introducing the most inspirational player from Spokane, Garrett Hall.
So I don't think we were the only ones to notice that. Garrett Hall, kind of the glue guy, and he gets the most inspirational of the tournament.
It's fitting for him, you know.
The most valuable player
and the MVP.
of the 2016 NWAC Basketball Championship Tournament from Spokane, Levi.
And Levi Taylor, the MVP of the tournament. And you could just tell what an athlete he is.
Oh, he's a monster in there.
And they're going to get some pictures taken. The most inspirational and the MVP of the tournament. More folks taking pictures and shaking hands. And now they're going to cut down the nets, and we're going to put Steve Willits to work here, and they're going to get some T-shirts as well. No, Willits, you don't get a T-shirt. You can't have.
I didn't earn one, but these guys certainly did, and they are very excited down here right now. We will jump all over the chance to talk to these guys in just a moment as they are grinning from ear to ear right now.
So the Spokane Sasquatch, with wins coming in to the tournament, the regional beat South Puget Sound 90-74. They beat Chemeketa 94-74. Beat Big Bend 77-66. And tonight they win it 91-84 over Whatcom for the championship. And Levi Taylor is going to be the, I think, one of the first ones to go up there and start hacking down that net. And they're putting their T-shirts on and getting some pictures with the T-shirts and the trophy. And they're going to start tearing down the net here. And they're little alone time here for them as they, you know, you spend a lot of time with these guys, don't you?
It's amazing the camaraderie and everything that happens. You know, you start in September, and even, you know, for a lot of them, it starts even right now. You know, next week, you know, there's got to get guys back in the gym going.
Let's go back down to Steve with the MVP.
We've got the MVP right now. The MVP and the champions. How does that sound, Levi Taylor?
Oh, man, how do you think it sounds? It sounds great, man. We're the champs.
I've got to say, I was watching you and Coach Groth have a moment right after the championship, big embrace, and then I noticed that when you handed him the trophy, that smile, you couldn't fake that. Talk to me about a little bit about what this means to you to have a win for the coach too.
Man, I wanted to win it for him so bad. I showed up late and they had a roster, and he gave me a chance. He gave me some open gyms, and when he put me on, I told him, Coach, I'm gonna bring you the trophy. I'm gonna put that ball on the wall, and now I'm just happy that I could come through for him.
You've been coming off the bench, Sixth Man of the Year award and an MVP. It's pretty cool. I don't think you scored your first point tonight until after Spokane had 27 points. What does it mean for you to be able to come in late in the first half into the second half and to really give this team a spark?
It's awesome, man. I love it when they go out there and they do that, man. The pressure's off. We get to just play basketball, and those guys are more than capable of getting things done, so it's nice to just jump in the rotation and keep things going.
I got to ask you one more time. We talked about it last night. You said that the name on the jersey means something to you. You're a Spokane guy. What does this mean right now?
It's unbelievable to me, man. We work so hard. I'm from the city. I've been dreaming about it every night since I got on the team, and now it finally came true.
And now he gets to go cut down the net. Levi Taylor, congratulations, MVP. More importantly, NWAC champs.
Yep, thanks, man.
All right, good luck.
There you go, Levi Taylor from Lewis and Clark High School in Spokane. As you mentioned, a late arrival on the team. And that's what you go to as well, Zach, in community college. You get players that walk in like, hey, I'd like to play. Yeah, we've been turning out for 3 weeks. Where have you been?
Hey, you know, our girls team, we had a girl start in January. We had, you know, it's something that happens. You know, we can allow it, and they come in, and you never know.
Okay, we're going to go back down.
Uniforms anymore. It's a little hard to tell who's who, but it's Garrett Hall right now. The glue and the most inspirational award. First of all, what does this championship mean to you? And that's a pretty big honor for you to have too. It just kind of shows that you're the guy that makes this all happen. You're the glue.
Oh yeah, it means a lot. These guys are really good, and it just means a lot to us. We work really hard throughout the season, and it all pays off.
Now, this game got a little close for a while there in the end. It went from a 19-point lead to a 5. Then you guys were finally able to come away with it. Talk to me a little bit about what it means for this team to kind of stick together. I know every time in the huddle I was watching you guys, everybody starts to kind of bond with one another. Watch you out here afterwards. What does it mean to you to win this with this particular team?
Oh, it means a lot. I mean, when we face battles, we just come closer and closer, and we face our battles and get a lot closer together.
And I saw you taking that picture with Levi Taylor at the end, where you guys were going to make sure that you weren't going to take that picture individually.
Oh, no. Me and Levi, we're buddies. We're all buddies. It feels really good to win this thing together.
All right, well, okay, congratulations. You're the NWAC champs. Go enjoy this.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Steve, with Garrett Hull out of Ellensburg. And he is the most inspirational player for the tournament and for the Spokane Sasquatch. See if Steve is going to see if he can find Jacob DeVries out of Richland. And we're going to, as they continue to cut down the net, the NWAC champion, the Spokane Sasquatch. And we'll Let's go back down to Steve.
We got Dalton Patchen right now. Dalton, a big, tall task for you tonight. You had to guard the 7-footer. Did a great job. You came away victorious. Tell me a little bit about that matchup and what this means to you to win this championship.
Well, first off, the matchup's really tough guarding someone that has you by 5 inches. I mean, that's tough itself. But Coach just said stay low on him, jam him up, bump him out, try my hardest to keep him away from the hoop, and I tried that as much as I could. And it means so much to me. You know, me and my sophomores, we worked so hard over the summer. And now we're here. We said we're going to be here at the end of last year, the rough end that we had. And here we are, NWAC champs. Nothing better.
NWAC champs, and I've got to think it means something to you as well to be named to the first team all-tournament. Tell me a little bit about that award and just how special this moment is for you right now.
I mean, I wasn't expecting it whatsoever. If anything, my whole team deserves it. We're all first team. I couldn't get the ball without them. I shot the ball because they passed to me. Rebounding, they boxed out. It's just they opened the lanes for me to get rebounds and do anything that I could. So
there you go. There you go. And he's an NWAC champ. Thanks, Dalton.
Thank you.
Okay, thanks very much, Steve. Are we going to go one more?
Yeah, we got to get the coach in here before we leave here.
All right.
Jeremy's celebrating right now. I think he's about ready to – I don't think he's cut his net down yet, so we'll give him that opportunity. And we certainly want to get him. We've had a chance to talk to him a few times over the course of the tournament. Again, a fourth-year coach. His first year with the team, they took third. They missed the tournament entirely last year. And he's up there right now, and you can see right here, just being around these players, what it means to them to have Jeremy Groth cut that net down as a champion. You can tell there's a lot of respect from all of these players towards their coach. So I know we need to sign off here in a minute, but we're going to get Coach Groth here for a second. Coach, that net looks pretty nice around you right now. How does it feel?
It feels even nicer than it looks, for sure. A lot of hard work by our guys, and so proud of our guys and our program for this. The credit goes to them and our assistant coaches and our program. This feeling is worth all the time put in.
You took third your first year. You probably thought, hey, this feels easy, right? And then you found out over the next 2 years, not so much, and now you get to be a champion.
Not so much. All the work goes into it is so worth it. Last year, not coming last year, definitely motivated us a ton to get this spot right now. We dedicated our guys themselves, put the work in, and now our program gets the results. I'm so proud of our guys for the work they put into this moment right here. They earned it. They deserved it.
It's pretty obvious when you watch them as you're cutting down the net and as you held up the trophy. Obviously, they've got a coach that they have a lot of respect for. Tell me about this group of guys and what they meant to you.
Priceless. Words don't describe what these guys meant to me. I keep telling the locker room every time, the last couple games, last couple wins, it's like a dad being proud of his kids, and the fact that I'm so proud of everything they put in is work. We coach for them, we do it for them, and I'm glad for them that they get the rewards and the results of hard work. And I couldn't ask for a better group of guys to come together and compete and make it all matter. They competed for themselves, and they get the ultimate reward of being NWAC champions.
Well, and you've got a new title. You are now the NWAC champion, Coach Jeremy Groth. Congratulations.
That's a big credit to our team, and you know how that goes. That's a program thing, and I'll take it for sure because it means our guys get to be first place and NWAC champions.
There you go, guys.
Okay, thanks very much, Steve, and thanks to all the players for sticking around. Thanks to Zach Wild. Good job tonight. Had fun.
Thanks for having me.
I don't want you next year because I want you to be playing out there.
Yes, as much as I enjoyed this, we need to be out there playing next year.
It sounds good. Thanks to all the volunteers. Thanks to all the folks that brought the tournament here to Everett. And again, for Zach Wild, for Steve Willits, for Buddy Patrick, our statistician, for Todd Elvig and the crew from STSPN. Again, the final score, NWAC champions, the Spokane Sasquatch. They beat the Whatcom Orcas final of 91-84. I'm Tom Lafferty, and you've been watching the 2016 NWAC Community College Men's Basketball Championship Tournament on STSPN.com. Good night, everybody.